Hello there gorgeous gamers, and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and we have our review for Hot Wheels Unleashed, a new racing game based on those little Matchbox racing cars. The question is, as ever, is it any good? Does this one loop the loop, or does it jump off the track and into the cat's arse? Watch on and find out. Hot Wheels Unleashed takes the traditional toys and brings them to life in a fun, easy to play and highly enjoyable arcade racer. I say arcade racer, but honestly, I don't think I ever put coins in any arcade racing game that was as good as Hot Wheels Unleashed, but you get what I mean. It's not a simulation. In fact, it's a massive change of pace for developer Milestone, with the Italian outfit swapping out the two-wheel rides of motorcycle racing for the sturdy four wheels of little toy cars. It's a nice change though, and it's easily one of the best games to come from the developer in a long time. The concept is simple, and it doesn't do much to stand out from the norm. You race little toy cars around the trademark orange and blue plastic tracks that have been elaborately built around everyday places. You'll loop the loop in a stylish basement, you'll tear down the plastic around a skate park, minus the drug-dealing hippies I had to contend with as a kid, and much more. The tracks are nicely thought out and definitely more imaginative than anything I could put together as a kid, and as an adult actually, so I'll leave the track editor to the smarter players. The tracks are fair but challenging and full of little surprises. You've got booster pads for a kick of speed, barriers that will slow you down if you're clumsy, spider webs that will hold you back, and more. Some of the more extreme tracks, the boss races, up the ante even more, with the tracks actively working against you. Speed lanes can reverse to bring you to a crawl, while obstacles are more tricky to avoid. Sadly, there are only 5 of these races throughout the career mode, but they were always good fun. The controls are as standard as they come, but they don't need to be elaborate. Pull R2 to accelerate, L2 to brake, and X to boost. That's all you need. Elegance comes in simplicity, right? Car handling is a different matter though, and I'm glad to report that each car really does feel different to the last, and there are many cars, including familiar modern machines, golden oldies, and some fun licensed stuff, like the Batmobile and the DeLorean from Back to the Future, among others. The big heavy-set machines are slower, and early braking to hit the drifts just right is crucial, while the lighter, more nimble cars need to be handled with care. They'll fly down the straights, but they'll have trouble slowing down in time, and if you hit a jumping ramp, you'll have to fight to hit the landing just right. Otherwise, you'll careen off course and lose valuable seconds, and maybe even the race. For me, this was fair. I'm a big boy and I've played racers my entire life, but my boy Charlie, who's only 5, and he's still finding his gaming thumbs, he had some troubles. There are no assists like in Mario Kart, and he often got frustrated, especially when he couldn't control his car while it was in the air. He wouldn't be able to hit the landing right, and he would get very annoyed. My DualSense controller was constantly in danger. Speaking of which, the DualSense support was really good. It wasn't over the top, but quite subtle but ever present. The speaker support was a real highlight, with each clink and clank coming out of the speaker being satisfying and not annoying. The dull thuds complemented my poor driving, which is better than endless screeching. Something that was annoying that I probably should have foreseen is the split-screen multiplayer. I only have one DualSense controller, and I thought that maybe we'd be able to do the split screen with the DualShock 4 as player 2. No bueno. If you're on the PS5 version of the game, you need to have 2 PS5 DualSense controllers for 2-player mode. In hindsight, it's obvious, but it was still a bit disappointing, but that's not really a problem with the game as much as it is with the hardware. Still, we managed to have some fun by passing the pad as we work through the game's career mode, which takes the form of a big city map littered with different activities. There's a fair spread too, with standard races, boss races, time trials, and more. Completing events earns you currency which can be used to buy blind boxes. Blind boxes contain random cars and you earn them through certain events, or you can buy them at 500 gold a pop. It feels fair, and I appreciate that the game wasn't trying to dip into my wallet every 5 minutes, and I'm sure my fellow old-timers and parents out there will be happy to know that they can give their kid a game that won't pressure them into buying loot boxes. There are extra car packs that can be bought with real money, but they're not intrusive, and with so many cars already in the game, I don't think I'll be left wanting anytime soon. I played Hot Wheels Unleashed on PS5 and it looked, ran and sounded brilliant. Aside from the music, it wasn't for me. The cars are really detailed, and in those few seconds before a race starts, you can see the effort in every fake metal crease and ridge. It's impressive, and the tracks too have that polished sheen that you would expect to find at a Hot Wheels enthusiast meetup. Come on, there must be a group of dads somewhere hosting bi-monthly car meets featuring their best oiled tracks and polished toy cars. I'm not one of them, to be clear, but I'm definitely a fan of Hot Wheels Unleashed. And that is the end of this review. Thank you very much for watching. You're a star. Go on down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we've got new videos. Go to the info box for social media channels, website links, and our supporters links where you can support the team if you can. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye bye.